Welcome to Amanda's Playhouse. I'm your playwright, Amanda Hanna, and we're about to get experimental with my original one-act, A Most Suitable Occasion. Let's dive in. Setting. Jane and Tom open doors on the opposite sides of a dimly lit stage, then step through. They feel around in the dark, drawing close to center stage, until Tom reaches up and pulls a cord that turns on a light. Suddenly, they see each other.
Is that Tom Lefroy?
It is.
Tom rubs his eyes, waiting for them to adjust to the sudden light.
Lord Chief Justice on the Queen's Bench for Ireland.
Tom studies the mischievous expression on Jane's face before finally placing her.
Jane Austen. My eyes have not lain upon you for 52 years. You are the picture of youth, while I...
Tom gropes for his grey beard regrettably as Jane studies his face.
You, sir, grew old in the arms of a loving wife in a home rich with children.
Jane, your imagination.
Is that not what your epitaph proclaims?
Tom glances offstage solemnly.
Oh, is that all we've become? Stale impressions beheld by a chorus of strangers?
That has been my experience of death thus far.
Funny to think of you as dead. Or me. Dead?
If you possess an odd sense of humour, all manner of things are funny.
Such as?
Perhaps it is funny that in life you were the success, and I the spinster. But in death I am the one whose legacy will eclipse those of our entire generation.
Because of your little story?
Because of my novels and the many adaptations that continue hundreds of years after my death.
I remember them as stories. You told me some that winter. Do you remember? I still recall the excitement in your eyes as the sun set on the distant horizon.
Quite a sentimental recollection. What I recall is the long, cold silence that followed.
My aunt showed me one of your novels after you died. Pride and...
Pride and Prejudice. Did it remind you of our time together?
Oh, I didn't read it. Who has the time?
Person, be it a gentleman or lady, who has not pleasure in a good novel must be intolerably stupid.
Person with responsibilities to family and country. Best not waste valuable hours with their head steeped in frivolity.
Perhaps we should focus on the task at hand and relegate our reminiscing to a more suitable occasion.
A spotlight shines down on a box in the corner. The box is padlocked and wrapped in barbed wire.
I tend to agree.
Tom and Jane move towards the box. Tom examines it, picks it up, shakes it, and promptly pricks his finger.
One might imagine pain to be a symptom of life, not death.
Pain is proof that what we seek is worthwhile. Allow me.
Jane tries to spin the dial on the box, which causes the light on stage to flicker.
What did they tell you about this box?
Only that its contents would fulfill my every wish.
Romantic drivel.
And you, sir, were you told the same?
I was told that if I opened the box, it would lead me to another chance at life.
Time travel? Is that not a ridiculous notion for a judge to entertain?
Tom carefully takes the box from her hands and throws it on the ground. It bounces, but does not open.
I considered myself more of a politician.
And I considered you more of a rake. If I considered you at all.
You always said too much for a woman.
The only benefit of receiving the silence of a man.
Silence? It has been long since I've had the pleasure.
Surely you have much to look forward to in death, then?
Not if I remain trapped in here with you.
A mallet appears on stage. Jane picks it up.
Allow me to ease your suffering.
Tom retracts his hand right before Jane smashes the part of the box he was holding.
Jane!
Miss Austen will suffice.
Jane smashes the box a second time. It dents, but does not break.
Allow me.
Tom takes the mallet and gives the box 2 strong hits, but it remains closed. The mallet is heavy and wielding it has left both Jane and Tom out of breath.
Perhaps a rest is needed.
A previously dark section on stage is suddenly illuminated, revealing a table set for tea. Soft music plays in the background. Both Tom and Jane seem surprised. Jane studies the table, then reaches for the teapot.
Tea?
Is this some sort of woman's trick?
Those who do not complain are never pitied.
Jane bites into a crustless tea sandwich. Tom continues to struggle with the heavy mallet. His body gives out and he sits on the ground catching his breath.
And yet another reason why we were ill-suited. While I focus on the serious task at hand, you engage in frivolity.
How quick come the reasons for approving what we like?
Jane, Miss Austen, in this box is the answer to your every wish. Are you not in a hurry to receive it?
Mr. Lefroy, it occurs to me that in death I have already received my every wish. I have been recognized posthumously for the formidable talent that others fail to see during my life, and somehow I remain young in appearance, having died at 41.
Jane steals a glance at Tom.
I might have even had a real glimpse at love, once.
You speak of love, Miss Austen. You have alluded to my silence after our meeting. But do you not forget the letter you wrote to your sister Cassandra, the night after the ball at Steventon?
What knowledge have you of my private correspondence with my sister, sir?
Tom reaches into his pocket and produces a letter.
I have carried it with me all these years.
Where did you get that?
Jane stands immediately and reaches for the letter, but Tom keeps it out of her reach.
My aunt. She intercepted it at the post. She wanted me to know the indiscreet nature of my new acquaintance.
Return it to me at once.
Would you like me to read to you my favorite part?
Tom opens the envelope and begins to read as Jane chases him around the stage.
Dearest Cassandra, I am almost afraid to tell you how my Irish friend and I behaved. Imagine to yourself everything most profligate and shocking in the way of dancing and sitting down together.
Judgment should be reserved for those who are never young, sir.
Lest you forget, in life, I was the judge.
And a cruel one, it seems.
Tom gestures to a point in the letter which he shows to Jane.
And the most damning evidence occurs in this part here, where you share your suspicion that an offer of marriage should materialize.
You have no right.
Tom raises a hand, commanding silence as he begins to read again.
However, I shall refuse Tom Lefroy, for whom I don't give a sixpence.
Jane's face falls with disappointment as these words are spoken.
Strange how one can style themselves the victim of a crime that they themselves committed, and yet be totally unaware. Is that your idea of love, Miss Austen?
Jane looks like she's in pain processing this new information. Tom returns to his struggle with the mallet.
It was all my fault.
Tom clears his throat like he's about to speak, but decides against it.
Surely you must know that I did not mean it. My sister and I, we had our own language. Others best not try to interpret.
Miss Austen, it was a lifetime ago. Let it remain there.
But you see, it never could remain there. Not in life. Not in death. I waited for you to return to Steventon.
My aunt did not relay any inquiries in her letter.
I could not bring myself to inquire, for doing so would be admitting weakness, don't you see? Instead, I wrote characters that carried pieces of your personality. Elizabeth Bennet's stubbornness, Mr. Darcy's sense of honour.
Jane, I had expectations to meet. Even if I wanted to return, after reading your letter, how could I abandon my future at Oxford for a woman who wouldn't give a sixpence about me?
Why didn't you come to me seeking clarification?
I agreed with the world. You had a talent for making your thoughts clear in print.
Tom and Jane stand in silence for a moment, contemplating what has been said.
Give me that.
Jane takes the mallet and struggles to lift it.
I was engaged once, after you, to a man of substantial wealth, the brother of a friend. My life could have been comfortable. I might have had children.
Jane pushes Tom out of the way and smashes the box.
But the memory of that winter would not bid me leave to go through with it. And to now learn that it was my very words that cut the legs out from under me. Ah!
Jane gives the box a final blow and it opens. Tom and Jane marvel at the wreckage.
There's nothing here.
Tom watches Jane sift through the rubble. He is notably pensive.
I have a confession. After you died, I traveled to England to pay my respects. I sat at your grave for hours, stewing in regret.
Tom,
Then, when I learned your publisher was holding an auction, I bought a rejection letter he'd received for an early version of Pride and Prejudice.
Jane looks overwhelmed by this information. Tom gestures to the table.
Tea?
Tom and Jane sit and Tom begins pouring 2 cups of tea.
Sugar?
Please.
Tom hands Jane the cup and his hand lingers on hers. Jane meets Tom's eyes.
You see, you were not the only one waiting, it turns out. It dawned on me now that I, too, was waiting.
In one way, the waiting served a purpose. Without the embers of unrequited love in my heart, I would not have penned the novels that forever immortalized me.
As they did me.
Us, really. Our story.
You were always the optimist, Jane. Does this mark a second chance for us?
Are you not going to apologize for stealing my letter?
Are you not going to apologize for penning it?
Selfishness must always be forgiven, you know, because there is no hope for a cure.
You are too good for me, Jane Austen.
Nobody minds having what is too good for them.
Jane and Tom smile and sip their tea as the lights fade to blackout.